Long ago, in a small village called Obodo, lived a woman known to everyone as Mama Too Good. She was the heartbeat of the village. Kind, selfless, and always ready to help anyone in need. Whether it was offering food to the hungry, helping a sick child, or sheltering a stranger, her hands were open. But despite all the love she gave, her heart carried a sorrow that no one could ease. She had no child of her own. She prayed. She fasted. She walked barefoot to distant shrines, slept under sacred trees, and offered sacrifices at the feet of every deity whose name she knew. Yet, her womb remained empty. One sunny afternoon, as she fetched water by the river, an old woman appeared as if from the wind. Her back was bent, her skin wrinkled like dry yam peels, but her eyes sparkled like twin stars against the darkest sky. The old woman asked, "Why do you cry, my daughter?" With a broken voice, Mama Too Good whispered, "I've given the world everything, but the world has given me nothing to call my own. All I ask for is a child. Even if it's for just one day. I want to be called a mother." The old woman smiled knowingly and replied, "You shall have a child. But listen carefully, he will be born twice. Not everyone who is born twice survives twice. When the time comes, choose love over fear." Before Mama Too Good could ask anything more, the old woman vanished into thin air like morning mist under the sun. Weeks turned to months. Her belly began to grow. The women in the village whispered in disbelief. Some rejoiced with her, others watched with suspicious eyes. "Is it truly a blessing, or something else?" they murmured. In the fullness of time, Mama Too Good gave birth to a son as radiant as the morning sun. His skin glowed like polished bronze, his eyes deep as the river, and his cry strong enough to silence every doubt. She named him Chima, God knows. From the very beginning, Chima was different. He would often stare into the skies, as though he could see what others couldn't. Sometimes, he'd giggle at things no one else saw, or speak to the wind and the birds as though they were old friends. At just 3 years old, he led his mother to the exact spot where her missing goat was trapped. At 5, he warned the villagers of a coming flood, saving many lives. But while some saw a blessing, others grew uneasy. "A child who knows too much," they said, shaking their heads. Then came his 7th birthday. A day that began with laughter but ended in dread. As drums beat and villagers danced, Chima suddenly collapsed. His body burned with a strange fever that no herb, no prayer, no sacrifice could cure. As the sun dipped below the horizon, his breath faded, and silence swallowed the village. Mama Too Good's cries pierced the night. Her only son, her miracle, was gone. But just as dawn painted the sky with gold, something unimaginable happened. From inside the morning hut came the loud, sharp cry of a newborn baby. The villagers stormed the hut. And there, on the same mat where Chima had laid lifeless, was a newborn baby. And not just any baby, it was Chima. Same birthmark behind his ear. Same crescent-shaped scar on his little toe. Born again. The village erupted in confusion. Some fell to their knees in worship, others fled in fear. The whispers began. Ogbanj. Child of the spirits. Abomination, or blessing. But Mama Too Good stood, shielding her child from the pointing fingers and fearful eyes. Spirit or not, he is mine. And love, not fear, will raise him. As Chima grew again, his powers deepened. He could hear the tree sigh. He knew when a snake was underfoot or when death lurked near someone's door. Children adored him. Elders respected him, though quietly. But not everyone was pleased. One evening, a group of fearful villagers approached the chief, demanding, "This boy is not natural. He must be sent back to wherever he came from, before he brings rain upon us all." The chief, old and wise, responded, "Is it not the same boy who saved us from the flood? The same boy who finds our missing children in the forest. Must we always fear what we do not understand? But the spirits had the final say. On the night of his 12th birthday, Chima dreamt of the old woman who had once met his mother by the river. She appeared surrounded by a circle of glowing light and said, "Chima, child of two worlds. You have walked among humans longer than most. But now, the time of choosing has come. Remain a child forever, tied to this world. Or become a man, and return to where you truly belong." Chima's eyes filled with tears. But what of my mother? What of her love? Her prayers? Her pain? The old woman touched his heart and whispered, "Even the most beautiful things borrowed from the universe must one day be returned." No one knows what Chima chose. Some say, on the morning after his dream, he woke up still a child, laughing with the wind, never growing, never changing, and stayed by Mama Too Good's side until her last breath. Others say when he chose to grow, he disappeared. Some claim they saw a bright light, others heard a song in a language not meant for human ears, and he was never seen again. But till this very day, when a child is lost but somehow found safe by the river or deep in the forest, the villagers whisper, "Chima is watching over us." And the elders add quietly, "Everything borrowed must one day be returned."